Good morning, student. Today we are going to learn about Chara, which is included in Charophyta, and we have to know about which type of thallus structure Chara has possesses and which type of reproduction and how it can complete its life cycle. So for that purpose we are going to know about Chara. So there are some main points we are going to learn about Chara, that is classification, general account and occurrence. Then the thallus structure, we are going to know about each and every parts of the thallus. After that we are going to know about reproduction. It may be a vegetative reproduction or a sexual type of reproduction, and in this way we are going to know about the complete life cycle of a Chara. So first of all, Chara is included in division Chlorophyta, which possesses a class Chlorophyceae, means green algae, and that again included in order Charales, and family Characeae includes the genus called as Chara. So this Chara is nothing but a cosmopolitan species which possesses 188 species. Out of them, 27 species are found in India. These species are mainly found in submerged clean water, sometimes in brackish water. It possesses hard or still water. Sometimes they are present in such type of water which possesses a mosquito larvae. Some common Indian species, that is Chara volvici, Chara zelanica and Chara corolina. Here is the diagrammatic representation of a Chara, and this is the small branch of Chara which showing, this is the globule, this one is the nucleus, and these are the leaf-like structures. Here is the complete thallus of the Chara. This is the main branch, and on that main branch there is a development of limited growth of filaments, and this is the nodal portion, and on that nodal portion there is a development of limited growth of branch. This is the globule and this one is the nucleus. So one by one we are going to know about this. So first of all, Chara is represented by 188 species, out of which 30 species are found in India. It is commonly known as stonewort. The plant body of Chara is encrusted with calcium and magnesium carbonate, especially on the plants growing in a heavy water. Thus the plants become strengthened and called as stoneworts. Generally they grow in fresh water of the ponds, lake, tanks. Sometimes this species, such Chara tragalis, grows in hot water spring, whereas the Chara baltica grows in brackish water. Chara is a macroscopic multicellular profusely branched thalloid plant body. Means what? It is a microscopic, means we can see it in our naked eyes. It is a multicellular because it possesses many cells to form a single cell, nodal portion. Profusely means they are having few to many branches, and that why it is called as a macroscopic multicellular profusely branched thalloid plant body. It attains generally about 30 to 20 to 30 centimeters and sometimes rarely 1 meter in height. It is differentiated into rhizoids and the main axis. So first of all, we know about rhizoids are the thread-like white multicellular uniseriate and branched structure. It is elongated branch structure having oblique septa. They are developed either from the base of the plant body or from peripheral cells of lower nodes of the main axis. So this one is the main axis and these are the branches which possesses limited growth. Then one by one we know about which type of body parts or appendages are present on main axis. So first of all, primary branches or branchlets which are 6 to 20 in whorls, limited growth which is also called as a limited growth with 5 to 15 nodes and 7 internodes. So here is the 5 to 15 nodal portions and 7 internodes are present on a single primary branch. Then long axillary branches. These branches usually single. So this one is the single branch. This also possesses stipules which are unicellular outgrowth from basal node of the primary lateral. So this one is the stipules. So these are the stipules. Then sometimes they possesses 2 stipules or single stipules. So on the basis of that character we can also distinguish into a different species. Then number of whorls, if they are possesses 2 whorl set, then they are called as diplostephanous. If they possesses a single whorl set, then haplostephanous is called as haplostephanous. Then it possesses a cortex. This cortex is nothing but an internodal cell covered by the jacket or sheath cells which are arranged in vertical manner, and they possesses near about 20 peripheral cells which are corticated. Such type of condition is found in Chara zeylanica, which is called as corticated, and ecorticated, that is Chara volci. Then they possesses a rhizoid. So this is the rhizoidal portion which have lower node of main axis and having a oblique septum, and that's why they are become like a rhizoids, and they anchor or they hold the substratum. Then this main axis is an erect, long branch epigeial portion. Epigeial means above the soil, which differentiated into nodes and internodes. So first of all, internodes, which is generally consist of 2 types of cell, that is axial cell or internodal cell, and second, that is a cortical cell. So axial cell consists of an elongated central cylindrical cell, and while the cortical cell is nothing but an elongated but much smaller in diameter than axial cell, and ensheathed or corticated as a layer on the outer surface of axial cell. They originate from the node. After originating from the node, 50% of the cortical cells grow upward as the ascending filaments, and the rest of the 50% grow downward as the descending filament. In these ascending filaments, it covers the lower half, and descending filaments cover the upper half of the axial cell, and that possesses a cortications. Sometimes it depends on the presence or absence of a cortex. The species of Chara divided into two types, corticate, for example, Chara fragalis, Chara zeylanica, Chara hatti, and ecorticated, that is Chara corolina, Chara succinata, and Chara volci. So in this way they possesses a main axis. Then we come towards the nodes. The node consists of two cells surrounded by 6 to 20 peripheral cells. Three types of appendages are developed from each node, that is branches of unlimited growth, branches of limited growth, and stipules. So the branches which possesses a unlimited growth, that these are the long elongated shoots, and they are also called as axillary branches or long laterals, which are developed from the older nodes. These branches are also differentiated into nodes and internodes like the main axis, and each node bears branches like the main axis, while the branches called as limited growth branches, they are also called primary laterals rather than axillary branches. These branchlets or leaves possesses 6 to 16 branchlet which are developed in whorls around the nodes of main axis or branch of unlimited growth. It is also divided into 5 to 15 nodes and internodes. Each node develops some unicellular hair-like secondary laterals which possesses the sex organs are developed on lower nodes of each branchlet. Below that there is a presence of stipulodes. These are unicellular outgrowth developed from lower nodes of branchlets, that is branches of limited growth. The number of stipules at each node may be equal to the number of branchlet, which is called as unistipulate, as seen in Chara nuda, Chara borni, Chara corlina. Or if double, it is called as bistipulate, that is Chara contarium, Chara tomentosa, and Chara baltica. It depends on the arrangement of stipule species of a Chara and divide into a haplostephanous, which is nothing but, and stipules are arranged in single rows, for example Chara brownie, but sometimes they are diplostephanous, that is stipules are arranged in two rows called as diplostephanous, for example Chara delicatula. So in this way there is stipules which are arranged in two different whorls. Then come towards the cell structure of Chara. The nodal cells are short. So this one is the nodal cell. These nodal cells are short, uninucleate with dense and granular cytoplasm and many discoid chloroplast without pyrenoids. Possesses small vacuoles may be present in the cytoplasm. This is about nodal cells, which is present here at the bottom, and this is the internodal cell, which is long elongated. So the internodal cells are long with a large central vacuole. This bluish color is nothing but a large central vacuole which possesses many nuclei and many discoid chloroplasts in the cytoplasm. The cytoplasm is differentiated into outer ectoplasm and inner endoplasm. The endoplasm shows streaming movements. So this is all about a internodal portion. Then how they are grow. For that purpose, we know which type of growth is take place in a chara. So the chara is showing dome-shaped apical cell. These cells undergoes repeated transfer division and form a row of 3 cells. The upper one remains as a apical cell, middle concave one forms the nodal initials, and the lower one forms the internodal initials. So in this way, the growth is take place in case of a chara. And this is the cell division which happens in the internodal cell. So this is the nuclei, these are the plastids, this one is the nodal cell, and here is the development of branchlets. And in this way, this nodal portion is divided into stipules, globules, nucule, and limited growth of branches. And in this way, there is a construction of a complete thallus of a chara which possesses rhizoids, then stem. These are the stipules. This one is the internodal portion. This one is the nodal portion, and on that nodal portion there is a development of a branchlets which possesses a limited growth, while these branches also showing a development of ogonium called as a nucule and globule, that is an antheridium. So in this way, the chara has its own complete thallus structure. Some points, some important features of the chara which are we have to know. First, that is, the plant body shows very much complexity in their structure. They remain attached with the substratum by the rhizoids. Then third one, the main axis is differentiated into nodes and internodes. Each node bears a number of branches of limited growth and sometimes single branches of unlimited growth. The branches of limited growth are also differentiated into nodes and internodes. Each node bears both the sex organ, that is female called as a globule and the male called as a nucule, and secondary laterals also. The nucule is situated above the globule. So in this way there is a development of a reproductive organs. Then the reproduction is of two types. First of all, that is a vegetative, and second one, that is a sexual type of reproduction. Vegetative reproduction takes place by means of specialized star-like, tuber-like, protonema-like structures, and the sexual reproduction is of oogamous type. The nucule is oval shaped and very much protected, which contains one egg cell, and globule is round and develops many anthrazoids within it. Zygote is produced after sexual reproduction or a fertilization. It shows very much elaborate post-fertilizational changes, and during the germination zygote undergoes meiosis and gradually it forms the plant body of a chara, which is new plant. So in this way we have completed a vegetative structure of a chara. In next lecture we are going to know about a reproduction.